Well, good to have you back, and it's still good morning, Anambra. If you're just joining us, we are about to discuss, like I told you earlier on when we started the show, that we're going to be discussing some very burning issue, and it's about that time, Dimma.
Yes, it's 11 days to the election, and a lot of campaign have been going on, telling the electorate how to comport themselves during and after the election. And today we are here to talk about one important thing, that is, it's a campaign of vote, not fight. I mean, it's not a do or die affair. Election is just there. We are just going out to elect our leaders, people that will lead us for the next administration, not going out there to kill ourselves. And we have people right here in the studio to help us with this campaign today, talking about Mr. Chukwuma Chukwura, coordinator, Vote Not Fight campaign. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
All right. We also have Onyekachi Ololo, human rights activist. You're also welcome.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning. All right, and I still have with me my colleague.
Yeah, she's my gorgeous queen. It's always good to be here. Well, vote, not fight. I think we've actually heard a whole lot about the issue of course, election is around the corner, and everybody's campaigning. Everybody is coming out to say what they're going to do for the citizens, what they probably wouldn't do for the citizens, and it's about that time. And a lot of people are really having this belief that whenever it's election period, that is some sort of violence. And I can actually see you with the top and the polo you're wearing, Vote Not Fight. Election will be what? Quickly tell us, what's it all about?
Yeah, Vote Not Fight. It is a campaign that was rolled out in 2015 by Young Star Foundation in partnership with Two Baba Foundation. And since 2015, they've been making credible impact, helping to reduce the rate of electoral-related violence, thuggery, and hate speech during and after election. So it is what we are trying to ensure, that peace is the cardinal point of election. So Vote Not Fight has been on this movement since 2015. In 2017, they were in Anambra State during the gubernatorial election of the state, and the little effort we made, you can see with other partners who also preached peace, we were able to secure 0% violent-free election in Anambra State.
All right, so, before we really go into all that, you've been in Nigeria, you are in Nigeria now, you are a grown-up now, and you've been monitoring elections in this, let me say, this Fourth Republic, starting from 1999 till 2015. That was the last time this kind of election was conducted in Nigeria. So now my question is, how do you explain elections during this period so far in Nigeria? Let's start from that before we go into Vote Not Fight campaign proper.
Election in Nigeria has always been a do or die affair. It has always been, like they describe it, it's either I win or nothing, because it's the winner takes it all. So people see it as a means of livelihood. When you're going to politics, you go into politics with this mindset that you're going there to amass wealth. And so many young people, because our focus are with the young ones, so many young people have seen this period as the time to make money, because politicians engage them, give them gun, and then send them after their opponent. And afterwards, you see the ripple effect of these things that happen. They give them money. After 6 months, 1 year, they might have exhausted the money. Those guns that they gave them will now be used to rob the citizens. And election in Nigeria before 2015, we see that election is always marred with violence across the state. So that is the situation in Nigeria. It's always violent because of our mental attitude, our belief that it's all about making money out of it.
All right, would you agree with him? What's your take as regards to electoral violence?
Sure, it is true. Of course, by around 2011, when we conducted election in Nigeria, you would agree with me that also had its own fair share of violence, that a lot of persons died as a result of the outcome of the then former President Goodluck emerging. But these are issues, and it has been an unfortunate one that in this country, we need to struggle, to fight, to kill ourselves to serve. I mean, I see no rationale in me wanting to serve you, and I'm killing myself because I want to serving. So it means that there is something juicy attached to if I am to serve you, that would make me want to kill myself to be able to serve you. Yeah.
Okay. Now we know that the youths are the people we are targeting because they're the people that are being used either as stock or any other thing during election. But now the question is, we've been on this campaign for a while now, and the youths, you are youths, and they've been listening to the campaign. It's not a do or die affair. It's not war and all that. But yet, at the end of the day, you see that a lot of them still engage in thuggery and all that. So, does it mean that they are not listening, or the approach being used is not really working?
I want to start by saying I will not totally agree with you. Whatever we are doing towards peace is making an impact, but it's going to take time. It's going to take time. Sometimes we just want things to change overnight. It doesn't happen like that. This has been a culture in Nigeria. This has been a norm in Nigeria. This has been our nature, violent during election. And now another aspect, another perspective is coming into it. It will take time. And I must tell you here, because I'm part of the team, I'm coordinating it in Anambra State. I've seen it make impact in Anambra State. Today, being 5th of February, we are having over 100 youths Anambra State that have consensuously resolved to say no to electoral violence, say no to thuggery, say no to hate speech, say no to vote buying, and also want to compel the politicians to play by the rule. That is the rule of the politics, not engage them. We want to participate, but this time we want to participate positively. We want to participate peacefully. So it will take time. The message is going. The message is going. With time, everybody will understand the fact we are saying.
All right, thank you very much. The incidence of violence in Nigeria, if you will agree with me, has been very intimidating, right? What do you think are the causes of electoral violence in Nigeria?
One basic cause, when we try to engage the citizens, one thing we see glaring play out. This sentimental approach that we take to things, which is attached to ethnicity, it plays a lot of role, because when it's time for election, who I would want to win, in quote, would be someone that is from my own ethnic region. When another person wins, naturally it triggers off this resentment in me. And another thing which is very unfortunate in this country is illiteracy. Our people are highly illiterate. Now, being illiterate in the sense that they really do not understand what they are supposed to do, because sometimes when you call an average Nigerian and ask him what are the rules, they will begin to give you their own standard, that is the rule of the game. They don't even know the rules as provided at the electoral law. So these are issues, and of course, one burning one is the pervasive hunger that is in the country. So, and the politicians usually use this as a tool to coerce the citizens, especially the youths, this time around, to perpetrate violence, because they know that if I am doing this for this man, I end up I'll be compensated. And do not forget, Nigerians, we are too emotional in a lot of things, and that is why whatever thing that is trending, you see a lot of persons put themselves into it, because we carry ourselves along with all these things. But when it comes to violence, they try to also take that emotional being of their attributes into it, then, and the outcome becomes this.
Okay, we're still talking about the causes of electoral violence. Do you think hate speech campaign is one of it?
Hate speech campaign recently was identified as one of the causes, but it has been here, and it's one of the root cause. It's one of the root cause, because whenever you see a politician speaking, they are not giving us their mandate. Their plans, their work plans, what they ought to do and how they ought to do it for us. All they talked about is how the other man is evil, how his mother killed the other person's mother, how this tribe is evil.
What was really going on here?
Yeah, this is a picture we took in 2017 gubernatorial election.
You can see Two-Face there.
Yes, and that is one of the electoral, candidate aspirant.
Yes.
In the person of Obaze.
Okay, yes.
Yes, that is the one. He endorsed campaign shots. He endorsed this campaign and he followed us up. and he has been supporting peace. He came out openly and told us that it's for peace. And you saw what happened after the election. He considered that is the man of peace, and that is what we ask politicians to do. When you lose, there's another opportunity for always coming to vile if there is such opportunity for you again, if you want to still serve.
All right, let's talk about vote trading. Is it part of electoral violence? And it's eating deep now, as in it seems it's just
the end thing.
Came in new during election, but now it's eating deep, and like people are waiting for that day. Some people will be like, I'm not going anywhere, let me wait and see if someone is going to buy my vote or buy my PVC, and I don't even care what he or she does when she steps into the office.
The truth is, if you have been following Nigeria electoral system, especially during the voting day, you find out that vote trading is not just coming in new.
No, what I mean, then they were doing it, they were hiding doing it, but now it's like
because over time it has degenerated to the stage it is now. But there's one thing that we should bear in mind when it comes to vote trading, as regards it causing violence. The truth is this: I will keep saying, violence is bound to arise when there is this inferiority complex. Because when I have that inferiority complex, sometimes what I would have to do is to fight back in a way of trying to assert my authority. So, and when the big wigs, because whether we like it or not, there are those who have the money and there are those who don't have the money. And when those who have the money are seen spending their money as careless as they are spending it, and it's expected that the smaller ones who don't really have that money are looking at the anti-graft agencies, are looking at the security agencies to do something, and they're not doing anything. Then there's this tendency that I would want to come into the scene to fight back. So we are also trying to link vote trading and electoral violence, because once that act goes on, and if on that particular day you find out that there are the major parties that perpetrate it are always the bigger political parties in the country. So what is it showing you?
All right, thank you.
Okay. You want to add something?
To this. Vote trading is not a new phenomenon, but it just newly discovered. It has moved from the level that it were to another level. That is what happened. Why did that happen? Because INEC has been taking proactive measures to ensure that our votes count. Before now, politicians go to your house to bribe you to go and vote. Now, INEC has checkmate that factor that will not allow you to vote and let them see that you have voted. So there's mistrust between politicians and the electorate. Now, politicians want to see you vote. You understand? That is why they are coming to the stage. Okay, vote and let me see that you voted for me, I'll give you money. And when they see it, they will give you money. You see, there is this kind of proactive measure put in by INEC to ensure people should know that our votes count this time. And that is what we must preach. So that people, I was in a taxi the other day, and one man said no need for election because at the end they will just manufacture somebody from somewhere that they've known who will win. It's a lie. Our vote are counting. If not, politicians won't be spending that much, and they wouldn't be coming out openly to try to buy you, because they know that is the only way they can ensure that you voted for them. So we should be confident with what INEC is doing.
All right, it's getting interesting. If you're there watching us, the program is Good Morning Anambra. We're talking about voting and not fighting as regards to the general election coming up. It is time. You can also call, and the numbers are on your screen. Call us and explain, and of course share in the discussion this morning. Before we go, of course, time is not our friend. What are the consequences or implications of electoral violence?
A lot. So much.
Just browse through it as a way of rounding up.
We lose our life, our loved ones, our property, our harsh atmosphere. I grew up in Jos. I'm a survivor of crisis. I saw 2008, 9, 10 crisis in Jos. I saw people slaughtered, killed like animal. We saw our loved ones missing overnight. So and we cannot conduct our business in such atmosphere. So when you allow yourself, allow your friends, allow your loved ones to be involved in this, you're causing yourself more harm than good.
You're going to tell us more about that. We'll be going for a short break, and when we return, of course, Good Morning Anambra continues.
You don't do. I don't tire for all the things where you dey yarn.
Lord, don't be right.
You dey yarn no pata. Shey you think say na only you fit buga? I go show you.
This matter don't pass, be careful.
You dey show yourself all these years, I just dey look you. This time, you go know the kind of person we are.
I been dey watch as you dey try scatter my future.
The future where I dey try
Organize for myself.
small. Na him you dey try kill abi?
Not to kill, scatter, and destroy my pearls always do your agenda, abi? Oh, but you know, Fito, not this time.
I don't set my own agenda.
I know how where your agenda go fit pass my agenda.
Because my agenda strong past your agenda.
For this election, the agenda now.
It's our future.
No violence.
Just vote.
Set the agenda for this election. No violence, just vote.
All right, welcome back. It's still Good Morning Anambra, where we're talking about vote, not fight campaign. And just before we went on that break, we were talking about the implication and consequences of electoral violence. You'll probably tell us that before we move on.
Yes. When we allow ourselves to be involved or neglect to stop, because when you said it's not my business and I shouldn't say a word, nor stop this, and you sit at your home, you are not involved directly, but you are causing yourself the same harm like the person who is involved in violence. Because when there is chaos, when there is a crisis in Anambra State, for instance, you will not go to a Koka market either to sell nor to buy. Your life will be at risk because somebody may be coming after your life and that of your loved ones and that of your property. You know, we at this side of the world have not seen a share of this crisis. If you go to North, you see what these people are doing because they do not understand the importance of peace. So we should be directly involved, whether you want to be part of the polity or not, but ensure that peace reigns.
Okay.
Vote, not fight. Are you guys in the north?
We are everywhere in the country.
Oh, really?
Cool.
We are everywhere in the country.
Okay, let me come to you, Onyekachi. I know that it now be to see that the electorate know what to do. That election is just for us to vote in the leaders we want and not to fight. I would like you to tell us the activities you have lined up for this.
All right, before you do that, let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Move away from your TV set, please.
I thank God for the good work you are doing over there.
Thank you. Please move away from your TV set.
Okay. What I want to say is not only ethnic issue that cause crisis during politics. I want you to know that the religion is part of it too. Can you imagine there was such a time the leader of this nation said that no Muslim to vote any Christian candidate. You remember?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Out of this that you will discover that the people in the help of appeal, you will discover that some of them, almost one of them are Muslims and they are not Christians. Because all this thing is faithful to the citizen of the nation. So, and to discover that there is one president, if there is any development that does not happen to anybody, it will happen in the north and not in the south or south-east. All of this is part of the corruption we are talking about. When we are talking about fighting corruption, it's not only in the area of community aspect. What about the state of men?
All right. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much. In as much as you
There
did.
was certain time that some people went to ISIS. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so
All
very
right.
much.
I asked you about the activities you have lined up for this campaign.
All right, this is a wonderful one. I think I will use this opportunity to talk about the activity we have even today.
Okay.
We have today is National Action Day of Peace March. It's been done in, across the 36 states, including FCT of the Federation, and we here in Anambra State, we are part of that activity. We are trying to march around to preach peace, trying to tell the people in the public, wherever we go to, that it is important that they embrace peace. There is one symbolic activity that we are going to do. Our starting point is going to be from Oka South local government area. And from there, we would go to to see the Commissioner of Police at the state headquarters, the police state headquarters, to discuss with them, tell them our concerns as regards some of these issues that are causing peace and that are causing violence. And I would quickly add what the caller who just called in had said now. It's important that we give the citizens the opportunity to also bear their feelings or their frustrations and their angers. Sometimes we think, don't even say that. You are not supposed to say this. So die with whatever your feeling is. But when you air it, you find out that you will be a bit relieved. So as we are marching around, I know people will definitely come to us and tell us these are their issues.
So, all right, thank you. Time is really our friend. So what are your final words as regards to voting and not fighting?
I've come to realize that peace resonates with human soul. It's your responsibility to have peace right on the inside of yourself and give peace out. You cannot give peace out when you've not have enough of it in your heart. So work hard to make sure you have peace with yourself, with your creator, and then make sure you are at peace with everyone around you. And that is all we need during this time and after this time of election.
You, Mr. Peace.
Oh, Mr. Peace. Thank you so much, Mr. Chukwuma Chukura, coordinator of Vote Not Fight campaign in Anambra State. Thank you for coming. And also Onyekachi Ololo, human rights activist. Thank you for coming too.
Thank you very much.
All right, and you've heard it, that the election is not fight, just voting, because election no be war. Thank you so much for joining us. But don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.